Once upon a time, in a city of towers, textbooks, tangled earbuds, and the occasional rogue raccoon, there lived a student named Bambi. Not a woodland creature, mind you. A scholar, a specialist, a scientist in the making, with too many tabs open and a brain that never quite stops. Her realm? The University of Toronto, a place where ivy brushes the walls and knowledge echoes between buildings. Her quest? The double major path of bioinformatics and neuroscience, where brain meets algorithm and biology dances with code. Her tools? A battle-worn MacBook, a reusable coffee cup, a head full of questions, and at least 3 snacks in her bag. Today begins a new chapter, because this is her very first vlog. A peek behind the lecture slides, a whisper behind the skylights, the labs, the lectures, the laptop life. Chaotic, quietly brilliant. So grab your backpack, tie your shoelaces, silence your group chat, because this isn't just a day in the life. It's a campus fairy tale of discovery, of ambition, of highlighters, heartbreak, and hallway realizations. This is not your average tour. This is not your average student. This is just the beginning. Welcome to Bambi's brainy, beautiful, chaotically magical university life. Here we have Bambi in her natural habitat, the chem lab. She's just wrapped up the experiment, pipetting carefully, double-checking measurements, mixing solutions like a pro, a few notes scribbled down, a quick glance at the reaction. Then it's time to clean up. She heads over to the waste jug, pours the leftover liquids with steady hands. No spills, no drama. Now it's rinse time. Beakers, flasks, all back to zero. There's something oddly calming about this part. It's quiet. Bench wiped down. The final little ritual before calling it a day. And just like that, she's out the door. Another lab done. Bambi, one in a sea of students, heading straight into the heart of it. She walked like she belonged, boots echoing on ancient stone, eyes fixed ahead. Convocation Hall rose like a coliseum, domed, magnificent, and watching. The battlefield isn't marked by swords, but by ideas, where silence speaks louder than war, and minds sharpen against each other like blades. Today, Freud. The subconscious, dreams, repression, and all the desires we pretend don't exist in daylight. Academia laid it bare, clinical, unapologetic. And we took notes on our own neuroses. Freud said every slip, every dream, every obsession meant something. Freud believed jokes are just socially acceptable confessions, a loophole for the unacceptable. Freud thought jokes were Trojan horses of the psyche, each punchline a payload of forbidden desire, breaching your conscious gates. That burst of laughter, your unconscious just detonated. The lecture hall wasn't a classroom. It was an all-you-can-eat buffet of intrusive thoughts. And Bambi? She didn't flinch, didn't tweet, didn't laugh. Just stared forward, decoding chaos like it was a midterm, like someone who'd seen too much. Psychology doesn't whisper. It exposes. She exited the hall and did not look back. Let's be honest, Bambi was traumatized. The doors to Myhal part with a whisper, and Bambi steps inside. Cool air wraps around her shoulders like a welcome spell. The scent of concrete, circuitry, and far-off coffee drifts through the atrium. Light spills from above in great golden shafts, filtered through walls of glass and promise. Her steps are unhurried, soft, measured. She pauses at the edge of the great pit. The engineering heart of the building stretches before her sunken, deep into the ground like a sacred forge. A hive of glowing screens and scribbled whiteboards. Students bustle below like apprentices to ancient knowledge, each one hunched over a device, each one a spark in the machinery of innovation. It's loud and quiet all at once, buzzing with focus, thick with purpose. Equations and code drift upward like incense. Her head tilts. Fascinating, but her own quest lies elsewhere. Every step draws her closer. Her destination isn't just a room, it's a chamber of magic and logic. The day's battleground of minds. Then just before arrival, she pauses once more at the door of her lecture hall and peers inside. Through the narrow glass, she sees it, tiered seats rising like steps in a grand theatre. Because it is time, she enters. She takes her place. Not just a seat, but a station. A sacred outpost in the realm of reason. Not claimed with bravado, but with the quiet constancy of presence. Week after week, hour after hour, Bambi returns, and the seat remembers. She moves with intention. There is no rustle of pages, no clatter of pens. Only the soft thud of her bag as it meets the floor, and the whisper click of her MacBook opening. Clean, sleek and reverent, like a gate to another world. The screen springs to life with a cool blue glow, and in that glow, Bambi is reborn. There is no notebook, there is no pen, only keys, light and thought. Her fingers hover, then move, not with hesitation, but with practiced ease. She is a modern scribe, a digital scholar, a modern colosseum not of combat, but of intellect. The final line of code lands like a feather on water. No errors, no warnings, just clean execution. The terminal responds, obedient and green. A small miracle nestled in Python's peculiar syntax. Bambi exhales, not dramatically. Not with flair, just a soft breath. Like closing a book after the last page has been read. She glances around. The room is quieter now. Not silent, but settled. The digital sigh of laptops powering down. Gently, reverently, she shuts her MacBook as if sealing a chapter. No notes, no pens, no clutter. Just her machine and her mind. Filled with loops, logic, and the lingering thrill of debugging victory. She rises. Down the steps she goes, one by one, each tread an echo in the great hall of thought. Screens, massive, looming, cathedral bright, stand sentinel on the walls, still flickering with half-forgotten code. She passes them like monuments, a quiet procession, a pilgrimage through pixels and progress. But with acknowledgement. She came, she learned, she coded, and now it is time. She walks into the breeze with purpose, wrapped not in armor, but in quiet pride. And behind her, the doors close softly, the code rests, the class sleeps, but Bambi walks on, into the world, into the next quest, and into whatever else dares to challenge her logic. Let it try. She'll write the function for that too. Bambi stood over the table, gently tilting the strainer, like she was letting go of a long-term relationship. But then again, so was she. With a tiny sigh of determination and possibly hunger, the carrots came next, loud, cheerful, and slightly smug. She turned to the potatoes, beige, boring, reliable. She chopped them with the concentrated focus of someone trying to look productive in front of an imaginary audience. Tiny, round, and completely disobedient. Once the vegetables were wrangled and contained, dinner was on its way. Probably, hopefully not burnt. And just like that, her first vlog came to a close. From lecture halls to quiet study corners, Bambi began her journey, one brain cell at a time. If you're curious about neuroscience, bioinformatics, or simply the art of becoming, subscribe to follow her story. NeuroBambi. This is only the beginning.